Conectar el mundo.
Mads, Plebnet, Bitcoin Lightning enthusiast, Alabama, USA.
Cheerleading originated in 1880 as an all-male activity in the United States. It wasn't until 1923 that women were admitted to be cheerleading teams. It also carries the highest rates of catastrophic injuries to girls athletes in sports. Did you cheer for Crimson Tide, also known as Alabama football?
No.
Bitcoin is implemented in art nowadays. Will art be one day implemented into Bitcoin?
Yes.
The Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum was officially recognized by the Guinness Book of Records as being the world's largest motorcycle collection. The museum is over to 1,600 motorcycles that span over 100 years of production. Did you visit the Art of the Motorcycle exhibition?
No.
Do you spend more time with Bitcoin than your husband?
No.
Would you like to design in the future your own Bitcoin Lightning clothes?
Yes.
After the last message on April 26 in 2011, Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. Is this the case the reason why you became fascinated in researching missing persons cases?
No.
In 1948, photographer Philip Halsman and artist Salvador Dalí created the surreal weightless photo called Dalí Atomicus. It took them over 28 attempts to make this piece of art. Will the transition to hyper-Bitcoinization be a lot easier?
Yes.
In 1998, Discovery Place and Red Mountain Museum merged to create a stimulating interactive science museum now called McWane Science Center. This state-of-the-art museum is housed in the historic and refurbished Loveman's Department Store building. McWane Science Center is the cornerstone of Birmingham. Should they exhibit the Bitcoin white paper?
Yes.
Super Sunday, also known as unofficial national holiday, is the second largest day for American food and alcohol consumption, behind Thanksgiving. Do you also eat large amount of food and drink gallons of alcohol watching the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Are you Satoshi Nakamoto?
No.
Welcome to the Connected World Weekly Podcast. I'm Edward.
And I'm Stef. We are ready to take you with us into the beautiful world of the Lightning Network.
Enjoy the ride. This is episode 13 of Connected World. Well, Stef, how are you doing, man?
I'm fine, Edward. How are you doing, man?
Well, also fine. It's a bit windy outside, but we're okay.
It is indeed. It's stormy.
Yeah, and they call them names. So perhaps someday
of course.
there will be they're names from girls, right, or woman names.
I don't know, man. I'm not really into the weather or something. Only the lightning strikes, as you can see.
Exactly, yeah, I see it. It's nice, man. It's nice.
Yeah.
And Madelyn also had earrings from lightning. Yeah.
In our second part, we have the interview with Madelyn from Plebnet. And it's nice because she will be our first female guest, and I don't know. My wife, I always try to teach her about Bitcoin, and she is interested because I want her to be interested, but I don't know if she has that much interest herself, but I mean, I think it's better to have more women in our space, right?
I think
because
you're absolutely right. Yeah,
it's a bit nerdy now and a bit full of testosterone, and I think we need some pretty woman to enter.
Exactly, but what really helps is it's community based, so that's nice, but. Also, earning Satoshis with Satsback, for example, or with playing a game or something, that's really easy. So that's what we also do. So
I think my wife. I mean, I don't think she will run her own node in the near future. But
that's geeky, right?
Step by step, we are getting there to keep her to get her really orange pilled. So. And also my sister, my mother.
But you can give them a Blue Wallet and then connect it to your node.
Yeah, but they own Bitcoin. But I mean, it's like it's not the way I think about Bitcoin. Yeah. Like it's my life. I mean,
so they're not connecting the world.
Well, no, not yet. I think,
yet.
But yeah. Well, we get there at some day. I'm sure, man. Hey, but Edward, the second part with Madelyn.
Yeah.
Pretty. Really nice.
Looking forward to it.
Nice woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that interview. But as always, we have to start a bit about the statistics of the Lightning Network and of course our Rings of Fire community. And the second part will be with Madelyn from Plebnet.
Yes. All right. Have fun, guys.
Verbind de wereld.
So, Edward, I had to look twice, man. I had to look twice this time because
I understand
last week, we had a little over 21.8 Bitcoin pushed into the Lightning Network. And this week, it's 23.33. So with around 801 members participating in over 98 rings.
Almost 100.
Almost 100 rings also. But we added 1.5 Bitcoin this week.
I mean, that's amazing.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. See that growth. It really gives me goosebumps every now and then. And I'm pretty sure that next episode we are... I think at maybe 102 rings or something. So I think we have to celebrate a bit next episode.
I think you're right. It's a staggering amount. Yeah.
So thanks, guys. Also, everyone within our community, really awesome.
This last week was, we're going to talk about it, but it was amazing to see. Yeah. We're now at block height 723,865. And we always look at the Lightning Network as a whole, and we saw 170 nodes more than last week. So it's 20,507, I see. And the network capacity growth was with 9.3 Bitcoin. So that's also a lot. We're almost at 3,500. So that's amazing. Yeah.
But Edward, 9.3 Bitcoin pushed into the Lightning Network as a whole last week, and we added
exactly
1.5. So, oh man, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. If you see it at proportion, it's awesome. Yeah,
we did an awesome job.
Really.
Hey, the today's value of 1 million satoshis is $409, 360 euros, and 2,500 Chinese yuan.
And before I forget, we need to toast next week then. Eh? I'm going to hold you up. All right.
Conectar el mundo.
And then we have the news of this week. It's a lot, I see. Bitbank, a cryptocurrency exchange from Japan, announced the release of Nloop. And it's interesting because Lightning Labs also has a software called Lightning Loop. And Nloop was originally developed in order to put the Lightning Network to practical use. And it's a daemon for managing the Lightning Network channel liquidity by submarine swap. And they wanted to change some things that they saw in other software. So support for non-Bitcoin swaps like liquid Bitcoin and limited number of swap partners. They want to up their game. And they also added some changes when comparing it to the alternative service Bolts. And a crypto engineer at Bitbank, Joam Phillips, explains everything in an article, and we're going to put it in the show notes. It's full of technical details about Nloop, so it's interesting to check it out.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think, we have, if I remember well, we have two community members from Japan.
Yeah.
But I think
perhaps they're using it. I don't know.
We have a lot of participants from Europe and also North America and a couple of, and of course, South Africa and South America also. or Latin America. But we need some more from Asia, I think. So guys, if you're listening and you're from Asia, please join our group, because we can we can use some more operators from Asia.
Exactly. And it's nice because Alex Bosworth of Lightning Labs also retweeted this tweet, and he of course worked also at these kind of services and also at submarine swaps. So it's nice to see that every developer wants to build tools to make it even better for all users. So that's awesome. And then a first step in the good direction for Ukraine, because the Vice Prime Minister of Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, tweeted that the parliament adopted a law of virtual assets legalizing Bitcoin in Ukraine. It's a 4-month-old bill that was passed but vetoed by the president, and now they made some changes. And now it was time to really legalize Bitcoin trading on registered exchanges. So it's not a means of payment for goods or services, but for those companies, it's great news, of course. They can now officially work there and pay their taxes in Ukraine. And President Biden, so it was a busy week. He expected to issue an executive order next week directing agencies across the government to study cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currency, CBDC, and come up with government-wide strategy to regulate digital assets. So that's interesting what they're going to do, but it's just a rumor, and we know it when we see it, and then we're going to share it again. There were also some updates this week. Blockchain.com and BitMEX and Bitbox02 added Taproot. And Kraken, I also received an email from them. They announced proof of reserve scheme. And that means it's audited. An audit is conducted by a third party, independent party. And in the show notes, we will put a link to the whole article that talks about what they really have done. And then BTC Pay server had a new update, ability to bump fees of transactions, and also ability to add the description to pool payment. There were also some updates to Bitcoin S, Galloy Money, Lightning Terminal, Mercury Wallet, and Nix Bitcoin. And we're going to put the links in the show notes. All right.
Conectar el mundo.
That was a pretty full news part.
I tried to do it compact and...
Yeah. Well, you did, man. Congrats. Hey, about the Rings of Fire forecast, because I was thinking I can now sum up all of the rings that are open, but we just opened plenty of rings that were full. So we now have also plenty of new spots. So all the liquidity is provided, is available. So just check out the pinned message in our Telegram group, and you will find, you can look for the ring that suits you the best.
And also nice to know they were opened, the most of them on Valentine's Day. I saw.
It was very romantic. No, but that's right, Edward. Let's. If you want to join the Ring of Fire, just join our community. Plenty of rings for you to choose from.
Соединим этот мир.
And we had a pretty busy week because we balanced 3 rings, actually. We balanced the 10 million Satoshis third ring, and it was a high liquidity ring again. Marcus Milland took great care as a ringleader and made sure everything went smoothly. Gossip from another participant took a while, and we were afraid he had to pay some serious fees for the routing, but luckily Marcus got stuck in traffic, which gave us some more time to let the gossip flow to his node. So thanks for the preparations and effort, mate. He was saying to us, I'm stuck in traffic, because we always pick a date and time, of course, to lower all the fees. And he was a little late, but luckily due to that traffic, we didn't have to pay as much fees as we thought. So that was nice. And 1 million Satoshis 28 ring. This went very smooth. Thanks for your leadership, Svetnik. Great job, man. He's from Germany, of course, if I recall well. Well prepared and bringing good vibes. Also, the other participants communicated well and brought their A game. Balanced this only for one set. So, yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah.
And the 5 million Satoshi's 12th ring. First participant for Pakistan. Also very interested. And he balanced this ring right away. Now that's a nice way to enter our community, Farouk. Always nice to have such an active group. Thanks, guys. It seemed that we had some struggles with gossip, but we get rid of it pretty fast. And I know that Farouk is also a member of the Pakistan Bitcoin community. So I asked him, well, maybe you can share your experience with us, and it would be very nice, of course, to have more node owners or node operators from Pakistan or surrounding countries, of course, because we don't see them very often, obviously. So, maybe he can spread the fire.
You're all very welcome. Yeah, exactly. Well, everything is okie dokie. So thanks, Stef. And let's go to the lightning notes.
Yes.
世界をつなぐ
Make sure to secure your home network. So change default passwords and use two-factor authentication where possible. And keep your software up to date. That's also very important. Please keep in mind that the whole Lightning network is very experimental. Software like MyNode, Umbrel, Raspberry Blitz, for example, and many others, and LND also, are still in beta phase. Don't blindly run terminal commands on your node if you don't understand them yourself, and especially when prefixed with sudo. And the last one is also very important. Don't use Satoshis that you're not willing to lose. So if you're not aware of all security considerations, then read into it. Educate yourself, read articles, ask for help in Telegram groups with high reputation like ours, and listen to podcasts and learn by doing. Otherwise, don't participate.
Also, you can stay informed by following us on Twitter. You can find us at Satoshi Radio ROF and follow our Lightning leader, Jonī Kyasshu. Join our Telegram groups, Satoshi Radio, Ring of Fire, and Connect the World. And check our website, satoshi.radio. It would be nice for you to be part of our Amboss community. You can find us there on Satoshi Radio. And like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Use Podcasting 2.0 to listen to Connect the World. And you can check SATA trading for the current value. You can find all this information, of course, also in the show notes as well.
All right, let's get on to the show.
Conecta el mundo.
Well, we're excited to have you on our podcast, Madelyn. How are you there?
Good. How are y'all?
We're fine. We're fine. And I think you're the first woman as a guest of our show, Matt. How's that feeling?
Good. Yeah, it feels good. I'm happy to be here.
Cool.
Nice.
Hey, and you're definitely going to watch the Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams play against the Cincinnati Bengals. Where are you going to watch the game?
Maybe at a local bar.
Okay.
Just a local bar, but with some friends or on your own, or?
Yes, with my husband and maybe meet some friends out.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then they set up a big screen there and eat and drink, of course. Yeah. Nice.
Everywhere is packed on Super Bowl Sunday.
Cool. But your favorite team is of course from Alabama. But yeah, how does it, because they don't play the Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm not so into the American football game.
They are college football, and they're, I think, the best college football team. So that's my number one team. But the pro football is, I really cheer for former Alabama players that make it into pro football.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So they can get a promotion, right? To the public. Yeah.
The draft. They get drafted after college. And yes, it's really cool.
Cool. It's like the same like the NBA, like the basketball players, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because the only football I know is what you call soccer.
Yeah, exactly. That's in Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Ajax Amsterdam, and we have like a stadium, the Amsterdam Arena, And I know that for a fact, I think there was a tryout once that we also wanted the American football to try out to have some matches here in Amsterdam, and they rented out our stadium, and I think the theme was called the Amsterdam something, but they damaged our pitch completely.
Oh, no.
So we couldn't play any matches afterwards. So that's the only thing I can think of if I think about American football.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Yeah, that's really awful. Yeah.
I was thinking about the question of Bitcoin and Lightning clothes, and you said yes. And I see, of course, behind you your setup, and I think, well, maybe you are a fashionista or making or designing your clothes yourself. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, I'm not currently making too many clothes, but I have before, and I really like making a design to be on a print to be on the fabric. So if I incorporate Bitcoin and Lightning into clothing, it'll probably be through a print, and then make something out of it, and something subtle, not very obvious. But yes, I love designing clothes. I love clothes. I like shopping, and I like I've made some outfits, some gowns, things in the past that I've had events to wear them to. So I enjoy fashion design and sewing and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Cool.
And you married a year ago. Did you make your own wedding dress also, or?
No, I did not. I decided that it would be too stressful to make that dress. So I
imagine,
I didn't put that pressure on myself for that.
No.
And how do you combine your love for shopping with the low time preference that Bitcoin is giving you?
I've shopped a lot less. If I don't go in stores, the pandemic helped. If I don't go in a store, I don't see things I want. So that helps. But with Bitcoin, I have changed a lot about what clothes I really need versus things I could save money for Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's the same with me. I love gadgets and all electronic stuff and before Bitcoin, I bought maybe a couple of times a week. I bought some new stuff, and now I'm overthinking. Do I really need it? Do I have really use for it? And 9 out of 10 times I'm not needing it really, so I skip it and stack some more sets. So.
Yes.
I've become like that now. I shop way less, and I think way more about each purchase, because I really feel like I don't need much of anything other than Bitcoin.
Cool. Hey, we have all kinds of questions for you about Plebnet and of course about Lightning, but it has to be in the part we call the 21 minutes. So we would like to enter that part. Are you ready, Matt and Edward, of course?
Yes, of course.
Yes? Okay, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Conecte o mundo.
Well, since May 2021, you are a busy member in the Plebnet community. What's your role in it, and how do you manage it?
Well, I think of myself as like the first student of Plebnet, or one of the first students, because I was a part of it in that I was trying to figure out. I was asking questions all the time, and I see my role as helping others that come without a tech background and are trying to understand Lightning and running a node. And I enjoy helping others like that on the lower, like the less technical questions, but things that were confusing to me as well. I've managed it by spending a lot of my time on Plebnet and learning about my node. I think that there's always something to learn. So it's a big rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think that's great about these communities, right? That you learn so much, and there are so many people that want to help out, and you are one of them now. But that's awesome, and you only joined last year, so
it's great also
pretty fast.
that it's a different way of discovering things and learning. So that's nice. These communities make it possible to actually do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. If it can be possible for me, it's really amazing. So it is great. These communities, all of y'all's community, I joined all the telegrams to learn as much as I could, and it's really great to have all the resources of smart people enlightening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the information is free over there, so that's it's awesome. Hey, and I saw you have an admin title, VP of Crime. What's the story behind that?
Early in the Plebnet days, I enjoyed connecting people and finding people that may want to be a part of Plebnet. And some of us were using Small World's site, Ellen Node Insight, for our node running and finding channels. And I reached out to him in his channel to tell him that he was doing great and that a lot of us were using his site in Plebnet, and he thought I was spam and he reported and blocked me, and I was unable to post on Telegram, even in Plebnet, in any public groups for a few days. Yes, it was okay. It was all misunderstanding, but it was funny. So they deemed me the VP of Crime.
Cool. So he didn't like fan mail after all.
Right. I guess. Well, he said he too quickly banned because I had a link to Plebnet in the post. He thought it was something spammy.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
I remember also got banned from Plebnet, and also was a mistake.
Yes,
but
it happened.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And there are a lot of moments that it really is a scam or something. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes, it's more often than not that it is a scammer. But it was crazy because it blocked me on all my groups and not just from Small World's group. So for a little bit, but then it was just a day or two. So.
And what do you think is your goal with the Plebnet community with now and in the future?
I really love it as a resource for people without like a technical or computer background. Also, some that have that but just don't know kind of where to start. And just keep always having people to manage our wiki is great. We realized we needed that once it grew so fast because people were asking the same questions. So having a place where you can kind of see all the things we've answered was is something that I hope that we keep up with. But I love that we use it to connect the Lightning world. I think that several tools and things have kind of come out of Plebnet. So it's really cool.
Cool. Yeah. And we have, of course, the same in our Rings of Fire community. It's also a place where node owners come and search for information. We also have like a wiki. So I think it's very funny to see that these are the things that people are looking for when they join a community like ours.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they really want to discover and learn from other people that are further on on the road trip.
Yes.
So it's nice that it works.
Cool. Can you explain to us what the subgroups exist within Plebnet? What are they for? And what's the function of the Matrix Telegram bridge? And
yes, I'll say the Matrix Telegram bridge first. That some privacy really focused people have brought a concern about Telegram connecting a phone number and to your account and possibly like leaking it. We don't know, but there are people that requested Matrix to be an option to communicate and join in the Plebnet group. And Dread, he like set it up and got it all connected, which is awesome. And so now people can join Plebnet without being on Telegram. And as far as all the groups, we used to joke about having a fork of Plebnet where like it would go into another group, but then it became necessary because the main group is really busy. So we have Plebnet node runners, which you asked to be joined into that after you run a node already with a few channels. So you're a little farther along. And then there's Plebnet Advanced, where we've tried to keep minds that like to talk about tools and like dev things. It's a little, a little more advanced topics. And then the Plebnet Playground is Plebnet's and Signet, where people, it was originally geared to learn to create something for new people to play with without losing their Bitcoin. But we actually have a lot of people that are using it to test tools that they're making and like scripts and things for their routing. So that's really cool. And then we now have a Plebnet in Espanol, so a Spanish community.
Cool.
And we have a business, Plebnet for Business, trying to like help people that are actually using Lightning with a business to kind of work on how, share how they work that and connect. So I may have missed something. There are lots of layers of Plebnet. It kind of became necessary to have more focused groups instead of, because the one got so busy.
It's around 6K members, right?
Yes.
So
that's a lot. And I think we have also a development group, and we see there the same things are existing and evolve. So there are indeed a lot of members that have a business or something that are in need of other solutions, and you can. With a specific group, you can really let it grow more because there are more people with the same questions. And then, we're connecting the world. So we want those merchants to be active.
Yes.
And without developers, Lightning is nothing. So that's very important.
It's really cool in the different Lightning groups, like Connect the World and Rings of Fire and Plebnet and the Lightning Network group. You see a lot of the collaboration between people that have similar ideas, and then they take it and they make something out of it. I think that's really exciting.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. Nice. And what was your first experience with the Lightning Network, and do you still know what it was or what you did at that time?
Yes, I was on Clubhouse and I was hearing about it. I think maybe Rajwinder was telling people how to connect your Telegram with Blue Wallet and, set up LNDX spot. And so that was my first use of it. And then that was my first use of it. I went farther from there because I still couldn't grasp what was, I didn't know what was happening. I saw I was getting sats quickly and able to send them quickly, but I still didn't totally understand Lightning. So that's when I took it farther. So, but yes.
Because you were a Bitcoiner, but then started using it on the Lightning Network without even grasping what it was.
Yes, I've
awesome.
Not had a community to talk to like I did once I joined Clubhouse and Telegram. And so I've been a Bitcoiner for a while, but I just understand the macro and it made sense to me. So I never was doing more deep dives. But now I have.
Exactly.
And a really deep dive, I guess. and do you have any idea how many Bitcoiners are women? And maybe more important, how many of the more than 20,000 Lightning node operators are a woman?
I have no idea. I didn't realize for a while it was such there was an imbalance in men and women, but I know a handful. I know a bunch of girls that are running, or women that are running Lightning nodes, and a few of us did an all women Lightning pentagram ring back in the fall. Like D++ and Lisa, Nifty Nay. We all did like a swap, like a ring of fire, but it was a pentagram.
Cool.
There are definitely women out there. I just don't have an idea how many.
I think Edward, it's a nice idea because it's very pseudonymous, right?
Exactly.
Telegram also is, and I found out actually that within our group there are more women than I thought there were, because sometimes I just saw a name and then I found out that it was a woman. But I think Edward, maybe it's a nice idea to create a ring of fire with all women.
Yeah,
and maybe we can invite Matt to join. That would be awesome, right?
Yeah, great.
That would be cool.
Because do you see yourself as a role model for Lightning or for Plebnet or something?
I don't know. Like a role model is what I would use. I want to be someone that is not intimidating to talk to about it, because that for a long time, I didn't know who to talk to in the Bitcoin Lightning world, but I hope to be someone like so many were for me that I can just, if someone has a question that may be stupid or whatever, I'm sure I asked it already. So I just like to be there for others. I don't know if I'm the best person to be a role model, but I'm happy to help others is all.
Exactly. Well, we saw you because you are a little bit tech savvy. We saw you run a Raspberry Blitz Lightning node.
Yeah.
Are you still running the Raspberry Blitz?
Yes.
Or have you tried some other?
I'm running Raspberry Blitz, and I'm not technical. I want to say that I did that with no technical background, and I think that it's not. I don't know why people kind of think that it's a more complicated setup. I thought it was really great. I just followed the instructions exactly. I still run Raspberry Blitz. I have another Raspberry around, and I want to try out something else, but I haven't. I'm taking forever to decide which setup I want to test next.
Okay,
cool.
Because I also read that you are maybe going to mine someday, but I don't know. At home.
I'm open to try it all. I love trying new stuff, and I love trying by learning or learning by trying, I guess. So
I think that's exactly it. Trying and learning by trying. Yeah. Nice.
And Mads, let's give you the role model then. Why should you run a Lightning node? Can you convince people? Why should they?
Well, if you don't understand how Lightning works, it was a great way to figure out what's going on. But if you want to be your own bank and know, where your transactions are going, and there are other things I know that you can do to increase your privacy around that with Lightning. I just think it's really cool. I loved the whole experience though, from actually learning about computers and command line and what that is and stuff. So that to me was eye-opening, just kind of a part of my world that had not existed before. So it was awesome with, you get to learn a little technical stuff and then also have your node and you're in Lightning transactions and everything.
Yeah, I think we had the same path, I think, because I'm kind of similar. I'm also not that tech savvy, but just when I started with my node and learning all these command line things, like you said, it's really nice to really learn something about Lightning other than only using it.
Yes.
I think
it finally put the pieces together when I got
exactly,
and I was able to open channels. It answered a lot of questions I'd had.
And what is your favorite Lightning node management tool you use?
I have two. I love RTL. I ride the Lightning. I use that a lot. I like the way I can see the channels and the little balance, of where your sats are. And then I also love Boss, Bounce Satoshis, because of the Telegram bot. I love getting notifications when I routed payments, and also the backups that are automatic when the state changes. It's really that gives me able to sleep at night. So yeah.
And what do you miss to make maintaining your Lightning node much easier? Is there something you need?
So I don't know if this is a thing. I would love there to be a search bar for the command line or the inside computer stuff, because I don't find things in my node and I don't know how to make sure everything's I want to easily see that everything's running fine. And also be able to search for the directories and stuff. I don't know how to do that. So it would be nice to have a search bar, I think.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, and I think maybe with Umbrel, it's kind of making it easier because you have that dashboard and where you can see how it's going. And but yeah, I think it would be a nice feature to get more information.
Yeah, I mean more of the inside, the real inside stuff, how much memory and usage. I don't know what Umbrel has, but just the real inside stuff when you have a problem that you are having to go and check on. I wish there was an easier way for me to find that.
Yeah. So besides balance of Satoshis, something more about your hardware and the services running on your node. Yeah.
Yes.
And what are important steps you think the Lightning Network needs to take before it can be a state-of-the-art international payment system?
I think there is a lot that is pretty hard for anyone to start up. There's a lot of security layers and things that would need to be necessary for it to really work. And those things are there, but they're not easy for everyone to implement. Like I spent way too much time. I fortunately had the time, but I don't think most people would have the time to go to the lengths of learning that I did to get my node as secure as it is. And I'm sure it could be way more secure. So I don't know how much time. I just think that it really needs that the security measures that to be implemented easier. You don't need to have to learn about Tor or running your own like satellite to make it like a secure thing.
Yeah.
I think the ease of that needs to come down a little.
Well, the satellite could be awesome, like Blockstream.
Yeah, looks very cool. I don't know about how to.
Yeah.
That does seem like a good option to make sure that you have a secure connection on your node.
Yeah. No, exactly. So you mean the usability for less tech-savvy persons need to be more easier?
I don't know anyone in my friend circle or family circle before Clubhouse that would know about any of this technical stuff. So if you look at like the larger world, when we're talking with technical people all day, you kind of forget there are just too many people that it would be way too difficult to make a secure setup of the Lightning node. So I think it needs to be there needs to be more focus on ease of use for average people.
Yeah. For more adoption, it's very important, I think. Yeah.
But you also have like custodial services, right? I mean, it isn't necessary for everyone to run an own node. I think.
It's hard to weigh that. The custodial or non-custodial. That's kind of what's tough. It's hard to know too, as being not technical, how which trade-offs are okay. I don't know how to make that call on a lot of stuff. So I just keep trying to make things more secure.
Yeah. And talking a bit about this, sorry, Edward. The Cash App recently integrated the Lightning LDK project of Spiral to allow users to connect to the Lightning network. And what do you think about these developments? And did you already use Cash App yourself?
Yes, I've used Cash App, and it's similar to Venmo, and I don't know if it's worldwide yet, but it's very popular, and I like it. It only has Bitcoin as far as it doesn't have other coins on there, which is good. And I've already tested it out with my node, sending Lightning payments to my node, and I'm really it's my new, if it constitutes as like a wallet, it's probably my new favorite because you have a balance of Bitcoin in there and you can send out in Lightning or on chain without it doesn't appear to have a huge markup in fees either way. So it's pretty great. Yeah.
That's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
And is it similar to Moon Wallet? A bit similar to Moon Wallet, maybe.
Yes, it seems like it's lower fees than that, but I'm not sure. I've used Moon Wallet, but not recently. But it just is so easy because it's already very popular everywhere. So I'm very excited that it has Lightning now.
Yeah, for sure.
And what do you see as the most important aspect of Lightning?
I love the connectivity of it. I think that goes back to y'all's group, Connect the World, and what I love about Plebnet. It's everywhere, across the world instantly. You can get funds to anyone in a moment, and it's anywhere. I love that it's around the world that we have that ability.
Yeah, cool. And can you pay with Bitcoin or Lightning in your daily life now, where you live? Stores, restaurants, pubs, or shops?
Not yet, but I hope soon. Now that Cash App has the Lightning payments, maybe more people locally will start implementing that.
Yeah, cool. Because it's also easier for merchants to use Cash App then, or. But how does that work then?
I think it's connected somehow with Square and Cash App. I think that there's there used to be a payment processing thing with Square, and I know that they're connected. I don't know all the under the hood, but they're connected with Cash App. So I'm hoping that'll make it very easy for people to set up.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, great. That will be really nice if it works like that, and then talking to merchants, and trying to explain to them. Education, yeah, very important.
Yeah, and Cash App is not worldwide, by the way. We don't know it in Europe.
Yeah, we know Cash App, but we can't use it still.
We can't use it, yeah. Yeah, but hopefully we will.
Well, like Strike also.
No Strike.
Yeah, it's the same. No,
also not yet.
Hopefully soon for both of those. That would be great.
Yeah. That would be really great. Well, Madelyn, sorry we failed to ask much more questions that we still have, but perhaps you want to be on our show another time again.
Sure.
That would be great.
Cool.
Verbindt de wereld.
Hey, and Madelyn, last week we had Herman Vivier from Bitcoin Ekasi as a guest. He works on a really, really nice project, a bit similar to the Bitcoin Beach project in El Salvador. He is doing a bit of a similar project in South Africa. And we asked Herman to come up with a question for you. So Edward will play the audio file, and then you may answer it afterwards.
Here it comes.
I'd like to ask, considering the fact that Lightning is more complex than on-chain Bitcoin, is it a fair expectation to expect Lightning to always be a little bit more custodial than on-chain, or does she think the two will eventually both end up at the same level of self-custody?
Okay, I think that's fair to assume that it would be more custodial, but unless I don't know the technical stuff, unless they can change that technically somehow. But the way it is now, I definitely think it'll be more custodial with Lightning.
Yeah. So for the usability,
using your own node and or that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Well, next time we have a new guest. His name is Gijs van Dam, and he's a researcher and consultant in applied cryptography. And we want him to ask a question from you. Do you have a question for him?
Yes. Okay. With the different focused Lightning implementations, that there's several out there. Is there any concern or do you have any concern in the future about them not working together? And what would you propose as a solution to any of those concerns?
Okay,
cool.
Great. Yeah, thanks. We're curious about the answer. Yeah.
Gijs is really technical.
Yeah, he's really technical.
I think he will have the answer to it.
A very elaborate answer.
世界をつなぐ
Well, Madelyn, thanks for being with us and for answering all those questions and for explaining to us what Lightning is for you and a little bit about yourself, of course. So that's nice. Yeah, thanks again.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And it's very funny. I think our background is also the same, and I think our journey is also a bit the same. Because I can recall all those things that you mentioned about how these things were developing at your side. So that's very nice. So thank you. And Edward, don't forget, we will set up a woman-only ring in our community, and we will invite Mats. Only if you have some spare some satoshis to spare satoshis, of course.
Some together. I need to get some together for that, but that would be really fun.
But it means that we can't be in the ring, Stef.
No, but we can guide. I mean, we are the masters of ceremony, so we don't have to participate, right?
No, but I really think it's a great idea. Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thanks for listening, and thanks to all members participating in the Satoshi Radio Rings of Fire. And of course, thanks to everyone helping to connect the world with us. And if you want to support us in our mission, then you can donate using the bot in our Telegram group. And don't forget to like and share our content on your favorite platform or a Podcasting 2.0 app. And keep those notes running, sats flowing, and rings burning. And see you all next week with Gijs van Dam on the same Lightning channel. Farewell, Madelyn.
Bye.
Bye-bye.